Nvidia thought that it could get away with its ridiculous pricing of 4060 Ti, but to its surprise, the mainstream PC gamer has learned to say a big no to stupid products at stupid pricing. When we saw Nvidia deciding to equip the 4060 Ti with 8GB more VRAM, we assumed that Nvidia might have learned the lesson for going too low on the memory, but instead it took advantage of this situation and launched the 4060 Ti with 8GB for $400. But this has impacted the sales of this card in such a way that it will surely rot on the shelves before it can hit $300. Let's see how the recent sales have impacted the pricing of Nvidia GPUs, but before that, make sure to subscribe to never miss such updates in the future. Right after the launch of the 4060 Ti, we have some early sales stats for the GPU, and even though it is still too early, usually how the sales go for the first few days after launch are the most crucial ones. According to 3dcenter.org, one of the biggest online retailers, Mindfactory, only sold 20 units in the first 4 hours that combined all the different editions of the 4060 Ti. In the next 12 to 14 hours, the sales stats were the worst, where the 4060 Ti only sold 30 units compared to the 4070 and 4070 Ti that sold way over 300 units in the same time frame. This is why Pilot had to reduce the price of its 4060 Ti dual-active GPU from 439 to 419 euros, which at the time of making this video is still in stock on CoolMod. Still, only 5 units of this card were sold on Mindfactory, which made up the 20 sales in total in the first 4 hours. And if you check the latest stats, the 4060 Ti isn't even in the top positions, which is the worst case scenario for a GPU launch. Currently, the 4070 is the top seller on Mindfactory, which surprisingly was another failure by Nvidia, for which the company stopped production recently. So you can just imagine how the 4060 Ti is just sitting on the shelves collecting dust and will continue to do so unless Nvidia decides to cut the price by around $100. Good thing is that it did have an effect on the previous gen cards, and currently the 30 series cards from MSI have dropped significantly in price, where the 3060 8GB is now available for as low as $260 and the 3060 12GB is available for $280. So in a nutshell, these cards still make more sense than the 4060 Ti as they have more VRAM and also a bigger bus width for $130 less. Now, if you're thinking that this is only from the European region, then let me tell you that this stuff is happening in other parts of the world too. Currently, if you check on Newegg, the 4060 Ti isn't even in the top 20 best-selling graphics cards, and the older gen RTX 30 and RX 6000 GPUs are still dominating the GPU market. Even in Japan, only one person bought the 4060 Ti from Akihabara on day 1, who I think was probably a reviewer. Now it has come to light that some distributors have told the exact same story to Moore's Law is dead, where one of them said that the 4060 Ti supply was actually lower than the 4080 and they still have several units left unsold on day 1. The other one said that the 4060 Ti launch is the worst he has seen till now, and while they usually end up selling thousands of GPUs in a week, they haven't even crossed a 1000 mark yet. Another one said that they will not request more 4060 Ti cards unless Nvidia partners with them on cheap bill of material kits. So all these reports are clearly conveying the message to Nvidia that they need to offer more affordable GPUs, but I guess they don't need to because they have already too much demand for AI GPUs that help the company's CEO gain $7 billion to his net worth in a single day. That said, if you think AMD might have succeeded, then unfortunately it was pretty bad for the Red Team too. The company launched the RX 7600 just a day after RTX 4060 Ti, and according to the stats, the 7600 just sold 30 to 40 units in the first 14 hours, which is as bad as the 4060 Ti. And just like MSI, the ASRock RX 7600 was dropped by 13% in price by Spanish retailer CoolMod. As per 3D Center, if any GPU sells 300 to 400 units on the launch day from Mindfactory, it is considered as normal. Therefore, both the 4060 Ti and 7600 were the worst GPU launches ever. So no matter how budget-friendly cards both companies launch, the PC gaming community has developed a strong will to resist these GPUs because for a much lower price, there are already plenty of good options from the previous gen. Seeing the utter failure of both GPUs, I don't expect the RTX 4060 to do any better because the 3060 12GB is already below $300, which provides more VRAM and is possibly not far behind in performance. In my opinion, the RTX 4060 Ti 8GB should cost only $300 and the 16GB should be at $350 max. Similarly, the RTX 4060 should be priced at $250 and the RX 7600 should be priced somewhere between $200 to $230 to restore the mainstream GPU market. The weird thing is that both companies have stopped competing against each other in making the best GPUs like they used to, and they are instead focusing on producing more fake frames. This is what I have talked about in this video right here, where AMD is insisting to deliver more performance with frame interpolation using FSR3. Lastly, hit the like button if you found the video informative and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Also, make sure to turn on the notifications to never miss any latest uploads to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.